Photo day is the most important day of your entire listing, and most agents treat it like a calendar placeholder. After 9+ years of watching listings sit and listings fly, the difference almost always comes back to 3 things that have to happen before the photographer ever shows up. If you're a real estate agent who wants lower days on the market, stronger offers, and clients who actually trust your guidance, this is exactly what you need to hear. And if these 3 things aren't done, the photos need to wait. When a buyer scrolls through listing photos and sees someone else's family portraits on the wall, their brain does something that quietly kills your deal before a showing ever happens. Sellers don't realize it, but their personal items, photos, memorabilia, keepsakes, religious items, sports collections, make it nearly impossible for a buyer to picture their own life in the home. Buyers are not buying a house. They are buying a future. Your seller's past is in the way. Every framed photo on a shelf is a distraction. Every trophy on a mantle is a barrier. The home needs to feel like a blank canvas, not someone's scrapbook. Give sellers a concrete target. Every surface that holds personal items gets cleared before photo day, and no exceptions to that. That's one of those conversations that sellers push back on. It feels personal because it is personal. Acknowledge that and then hold the line. Once the personal stuff is cleared, the next thing most sellers do is shove everything into the closets and call it done. And that is where things quietly go sideways. Here is something sellers do not know. A cluttered closet photographed on listing day sends a message to every buyer that there's not enough storage in this home. Excess items, countertop clutter, overflowing shelves, the camera amplifies all of it. And buyers who are quickly looking through listing photos are making split-second judgments. For photo day specifically, it is acceptable to temporarily move items under the beds, into closets, in the cabinets, because buyers are not in the home yet. They are only looking at images. But before showings begin, all of that excess needs to be neatly organized and ideally packed into a garage, a basement, or storage unit, because the in-person experience has to match the photos. The photos set the standard. The showing either confirms it or breaks trust. You cannot afford the second one. Help sellers understand that packed closet signal small storage, and small storage is a buyer objection that is very hard to overcome once it is planted. And speaking of conversations sellers push back on, decluttering is just one of them. I put together a resource called the Top 5 Tough Home Prep Conversations that Agents Dread, and it gives you exactly what to say in each one. Pause the video and grab it now, or find it in the link description when we're done. Now the clutter is clear and the personal items are gone, but there is still one layer that will make or break how that home feels in photos. And most agents never actually address it thoroughly. A 1-year-old house can photo like a 50-year-old house, and a 50-year-old house can look completely modern. And the single biggest variable is the decor. This is the layer that agents skip or soften, and it costs their sellers real money. Bold colors, taste-specific decor, heavy drape, dark curtains, all of it reads loud in photos and narrows the pool of buyers who feel drawn in by what they see. You are not trying to appeal to one buyer's taste. You are trying to appeal to the largest group of buyers. And that means light, neutral, and airy every time. Swap out heavy or brightly colored window treatments for something sheer or neutral. This one change alone can make a room feel larger and brighter in the photos. If your sellers struggle to visualize what you're describing, pull up photos from your best past listings or go directly to the website or social page of your favorite home stager and walk them through the images. Show them the target. Don't just describe it to them. Your brand is reflected in every home you photograph and publish. Do not let a seller's attachment to their home decor become your standard. Knowing what needs to happen is only half of it. The conversation that happens between you and your seller before photo day is where most agents completely drop the ball. Early in my real estate career, the conversation about listing prep went something like this. When do you want to list? When will the home be ready for photos? Great, I'll get that scheduled. And I cringe thinking about it now because that was completely wrong. Sellers do not know what photo ready means. They think clean is enough. They think organized is enough. They have no frame of reference for what you actually need from them. The right conversation sounds like this. What is your target listing date? And let's talk through exactly what needs to happen before the photographer arrives. Then ask them how much time do they think they will need to accomplish that. Once they give you a date, follow up a few days before to check in and let them know you will be coming back for a preview walkthrough before photo day. That preview is everything. Go prepared to move things, make small adjustments, and catch what they missed. If the home isn't ready, push the photo date. A few extra days of prep beats weeks of sitting on the market. This is what separates great agents from everyone else. Not your marketing platform, not your brokerage, the conversations that you are willing to have and the standards that you refuse to lower. Many agents let sellers dictate the timeline and hand them vague instructions. The agents who consistently win treat photo day like the high stakes event that it actually is. The home will be seen by more people in the first 48 hours online than it may ever see in person, and those photos are your one shot to make that count. Now, you're probably wondering what happens once the photographer actually shows up. Click the video on screen and I will show you exactly why I tell every agent to be at the photo shoot.